All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here today. I'm, of course, Gregor Guy, joined here by Mr. Casey and Mr. Cuz. And for your viewing pleasure here today, we are going to present our next iteration of Bang Head STEM. So I'm going to toss it over to you, Cuz. What are we going to talk about this week?
Today's topic is Bionic Eyes.
What?
For the visually impaired.
Okay.
Obviously, like every topic, it's still in trial.
Expand.
Well, they haven't done any study or research on human patients yet. It's basically just being used on sheep. So, let's get into the... Go ahead, man.
Bionic Eyes... Are you talking about like creating a cyborg or cybernetic eye or
it's
what,
not that far yet.
What? I'm confused.
So it's basically like a lens. Like they basically put something that's similar to eyeglasses over the sheep's eyes.
Oh, okay. Oh,
and then
okay.
they have an implant on the retina itself.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
So the lens will transfer the light to the neurons, and it'll trick the neurons to respond to the image that the eye sees.
Okay.
There was earlier testing, but apparently the battery power, it was the longevity of the product wasn't really there. So now it will last a lot longer. Who knows how long? I didn't really see how long it lasts. They didn't really go into detail on that.
Well, at the same point in time, couldn't they figure out some way to charge the battery as well? I mean, you can throw your cell phone down on one of these charger things.
Well, it's an implant.
That you don't have to plug it and so on and so forth, whatnot. But yeah, what if you put like that charger in your pillow so when you sleep it?
Pacemaker has a battery, doesn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
So, I mean, how long does a pacemaker battery last?
Well, I would assume that it's going to take a lot more battery power to, process all this light and so on and so forth. I would assume, anyway.
I don't know.
I mean, a pacemaker just kind of like monitors and gives you that jolt when you... I guess your heart starts
Gives you that
going.
jolt.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about pacemakers, but if you're out there and watching and know a lot about pacemakers, let us know down in the comments. Continuing on.
Alright, so the human eye senses light rays and then sends electrical pulses to the brain to process the image, what we were just talking about. The Bionic Eye is dubbed Phoenix 99.
Is that like a project name or something?
Yeah, that's what they're calling it. So far in this study, it restored partial vision. So, blind sheep basically, I guess maybe could see the outliers. I don't know if it's like the whole color spectrum.
So are we breeding blind sheep, or are they just...
I would imagine so.
And my other question would be, how do they know if a sheep is blind or not?
But you can tell, you can tell if a dog's blind.
Maybe they're just,
Stupid.
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
Maybe.
I mean...
Inbred sheep. Now, I would imagine that they spliced the genes at this point in time. And kind of...
So, in other words, they are cloning sheep.
I would imagine. Right? Like...
Well, they've been cloning sheep for a long time.
Yeah,
We had that
yeah.
story like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah,
That's true.
so I imagine they cut out some gene which makes them blind.
Remember that the fetus cells they're using when they're making vaccines and stuff like that. That is from the same baby from like
Yeah.
I remember
the
that.
80s or something like that.
Yeah, it's way over that. I think it's like 50s or 60s.
50s or whatever. But they're cloning. They're constantly cloning those cells.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Moving on.
Alright, so the implant is designed to transfer signals to the brain with just a little help of the healthy cells that are already there. is helping restore partial vision. So, to go on a little more in depth with this, they figured out a way to not strain the brain with this implant, so that, I guess, I don't know if it would make you more blind or mess with the neurons in your brain. I'm not too sure. There wasn't really. But for some reason, that was a key fact in what they were discussing when they were.
Sure, you could overwhelm.
Yeah, I was going to say the sensory input could have possibly been too much, depending on what kind of lights, or how intense it was, or whatever. I could see that being a problem.
Well, if they get this figured out.
And then we have dead clone sheep.
Yeah, if they get this figured out, they'll start having people that can look two different directions with their cybernetic eyes, and
have one in the back of their head.
They'll have eyes that can see infrared and all different kinds of light. You'll be basically like the Predator.
But okay,
that could happen. Who knows? Technology. Elon Musk, reach out. If you're working on this, let us know.
You couldn't see like a future where they have like they people. I mean, they'll take a soldier and then he'll volunteer for. I mean, this is like a movie thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure
I've
seen that sci-fi movie.
Yeah, they'll volunteer for a program. They'll take his eyes out and put cybernetic ones in, and then you can see. Then he can see in the dark. He can see infrared. He can see night vision.
Wasn't he won't have Universal Soldier?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I was like, was it that movie?
I don't know if they had the eye thing in there, but they were definitely modified.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Alright, so the earlier testing with the earlier versions of the Bionic Eye used light panels which detected light, and it was very light sensitive. So they didn't really work. So like we were just talking about, it was like a sensory overload type of deal. So, do you want to test it on humans yet or no?
Well, no.
I mean, obviously it's
early stages.
Yeah, early stages of this whole. I do want to put out there who's doing the research on this topic.
Who's that?
University of Sydney School of Biomedical Engineering.
In Australia?
In Australia. And the whole overall idea behind all of this research is to fix people's eyesight that have like this degenerative disease.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's what their main goal is at the end of the day. For beginning stages, obviously Ken's talking about infrared.
Well,
that's
as soon as they have concept, it's going to be every kind of new technology is
Dark Road get their hands on it.
Yeah.
See ya.
Then be militarized.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about TNT was meant for just mining, and it turned into a freaking bomb.
And Viagra, apparently.
Yep, and Viagra turned into Viagra.
And Ben Baghead Productions.
Yep.
Dynamite.
That couldn't have ended any cornier.
Is that it? Got any more?
Let's see here.
So how you doing today, Casey?
All right.
Yep, that's it.
That's it? All right, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Banghead STEM, we talked about bionic eyes, possibly cybernetic eyes, and possibly in the future, military applications for these potential eyes.
Be militarized at some point.
Soldiers that can see in the dark.
Soldiers that can see in the dark. Yeah. I can already see in the dark.
X-ray vision.
I don't understand why. I think it has to do with my LASIK surgery.
Possible.
Do you prefer, like, darker?
That's why I fucking get mad about having lights on and everything. I totally 100% prefer.
I do want. I don't know if you can cut this in or not, but there's like I'm sure there's like competing groups because I'm sure people are trying to biologically fix the eye rather than cybernetically fixing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can always cut it in. Don't worry about it. But anyway.
But like anything else, they're gonna just improve upon it.
Right.
Fair enough. Well, if you found some value out of this content here in particular, remember to like, share,
Subscribe.
Hit that bell button.
and all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm of course Gregor Guy, joined here by Mr. Casey and Mr. Cuz. Thanks for putting that together, Mr. Cuz. And everyone out there watching, have a lovely day.